Good morning, student. Today we'll solve some numerical on the Kirchhoff's laws. The network is given to you is like this. The voltage source is 10 volt. This is 2 ohm. And there is one more resistance is there. And this is also of 2 ohm resistor. And we have to find the voltage drop across AB. So we have to find the voltage drop across AB by Kirchhoff's law. Okay. So here the prima facie is becomes it seems very difficult because the structure, or we can say the network, is somewhat complicated, but this will be little get simpler if you connect this point from on this side, and you can also connect this point, this resistance you can connect on this sides. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to just simple, we have to draw this resistance. We have to connect this 2 ohm resistor like this, so that it seems a little bit simpler. So I am connecting this resistor like this now. Rest of the circuit is as it is. Only I am connecting the resistance here. So it becomes simpler now. Okay, so this is the 2 ohm resistor. This is also 2 ohm. This is 6 ohm. This is 5 ohm. And this is AB. And this is 2 ohm. And this voltage source is 10 volt. And this is also 6 ohm resistance. Okay. So now what we have to do, we can apply here KVL, as there are 3 loops are there. So this is one loop, current I1 is flowing through this loop. This is the second loop, and this is the third loop. So current I3 is flowing through this third loop. So now apply KVL to first loop. If you apply the KVL to the first loops, now I am starting from this. Okay, so from negative to positive there is a rise in potential. I am writing 10. Now I am coming here. Okay, so the polarity of this will be like this, and from this side the polarity will be like this. So there is a fall in potential because of this I1 current. So minus 6 I1. At the same time, this current is flowing like this. So this current is opposite to I1. So there is a rise in potential because of this current. So 6I3. Further, there is a fall in potential through this resistor because of this current. Therefore, minus 2I1. So there is a rise in current. Okay. There is a rise in current because of this I2 current. So this 2I2, and this is again there is a fall in potential. We are moving ahead like this. So therefore it is minus 2I1, and this is equal to 0. Okay. So similarly, we have to apply the KVL to the other loops, this second loop and this third loop. So the total is, so this I1 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So minus 10 I1, I2 is 2 I2, and this 6 I3. This is equal to minus 10, and this is equation number 1. Okay. Now apply KVL to second loop. Now I am going in this direction. Oh, now I am starting from this current. Okay. So minus 2I1. So there is a fall in potential because of this current from positive to negative. So minus 2I1, but there is a rise in potential because of this current. Therefore, 2 times of I1. Come at this point. So there is again fall in potential because of this current I2. There is a rise in potential because of this current I3. There is again fall in potential because of this current I2. And as there is no EMF source in this loop, so is equal to 0. Okay. So further we can write this. This is the, oh sorry, this is I2. We are starting from this. So fall in potential because of this current I2. So minus 2I2, there is a rise in potential because of this current I1. So plus 2I1. So 2I1 minus 5 minus 6 minus 5 minus 2 7, and this minus 6 minus 13 I2 plus 5 I3, and this is equal to 0. Okay, this is your equation number 2. Apply KVL to third loop. Apply KVL to the third loop. Now third loop is this. We have to move. We have to move from this. So there is a fall in potential because of this current. There is a fall in potential because of this current. But at the same time, there is a rise in potential because of this I2 current. There is a fall in potential because of this I3, but there is a rise in potential because of current I1, and there is no EMF source in this circuit. Okay, so I am just so minus 2I minus 2I3. Or you start from this. You have to start from this 6. Okay. Minus 6 I3. Minus 6 I3 plus 6I1, because there is a drop in potential because of this current I3. At the same, there is a rise in potential because of this current I1. Again, minus this minus 2I3, minus 2I3. There is a fall in potential because of minus 3. Again, come at this point like this. So it is a minus 5I3, minus 5I3 plus 5I2. There is a rise in potential because of this current, and this is equal to 0. Okay. So we can further write 6I1, I2 is plus 5I2, and this is minus 13I3. This is equal to 0. This is equation number 1, 2, and 3. So solving equation 1, 2, and 3, we get I1 is equal to 1.8, I2 is equal to 0.7, and I3 is equal to 1.1. Okay, so now we have got these 3 loops current. So what is the current flowing through this loop? We have to find the current flowing through this loop. So what is the current flowing through this? It is the current from top to bottom is I2, and from bottom to top it is a I3. Okay, this is flowing from on this side, this is flowing opposite to this. So I2 minus I3. What is the current flowing through this AB? Current flowing through the branch AB is I2 minus I3. So I2 minus I3 is equal to 0.7 minus 1.1. 1.1, and this is coming equal to 0.4 ampere. I2 is equal to, sorry, this is not I2. This is I2 minus I3. This is the current flowing through the branch AB. Now we have to find what we have to find? We have to find the voltage drop across AB. So how we can find the voltage drop across AB? We can find this voltage drop across AB. Current is flowing through this is 0.4, and therefore voltage drop is nothing but voltage drop across AB is that is a 0.4 into 5 ohm, because 5 ohm is the value of the resistance. So it is a 2 volt. So the voltage across AB is 2 volt. Voltage across AB is 2 volt.